You're watching ABC 7 News at 5:30.
Welcome back. One Sarasota family is grateful to be alive after firefighters discovered deadly gas throughout their home.
The unexpected culprit, an electric golf cart charging in their garage. ABC 7's Erica Jackson joins us live from the Sarasota County Fire Department to share how this family nearly escaped death. Erica?
Jacqueline Scott, good evening. That family didn't even realize there was a colorless, odorless gas floating through their home. They evacuated within a few hours, but if they waited any longer, they may not be here to share their experience. This 5-year-old golf cart nearly killed Farrell Mars and her family. And this carbon monoxide detector likely saved their lives.
It could be a false alarm, but more importantly, it could be something that's deadly.
Mars says she learned her carbon monoxide detector was out of date last week. So when she heard the backup alarm sound, she took the warning seriously.
We have no gas in the house. There is no gas. So why in the world we would have carbon monoxide going on? It makes no sense to us.
The problem wasn't carbon monoxide. Sarasota County's hazmat team and firefighters blame the family's golf cart for producing a deadly hydrogen and sulfur dioxide based gas.
And you don't know how much you've ingested. You don't know how much is in your bloodstream.
We do see this with golf carts where people are charging their golf carts in garages.
Chief Michael Regner says owners of older golf carts need to be cautious while charging the batteries in an enclosed space. He says if the battery becomes overcharged, it can give off hydrogen gas.
The charging system that they have are not ones that turn off once the battery is charged all the way.
I don't want to use this anymore. It scares me.
Now, Mars doesn't want to take her main form of transportation out of her driveway. She's epileptic and can't drive a car for safety reasons. Although the 4 wheels sent her and 6 other people in her house to the ER, she's grateful she can warn others about her near-death experience.
It happened to us, and it can happen to you too.
The National Golf Cart Association recommends charging your golf cart outside, but if you have to do it inside, make sure there's ventilation. If you notice your carbon monoxide detector is going off, evacuate immediately and call 911. Reporting live in downtown Sarasota, Erica Jackson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Okay, Erica, thank you so much.
See a lot of those golf carts now, and just any sort of neighborhood you go through, people are driving them around. All right, let's get over to Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan now for a check on our weather today. Bob?
Lots of sunshine around, a pretty steady west wind too this afternoon, and a few isolated showers, not many right now. It looks like most of the activity well inland too. Cold front approaching, a cold front down toward the Panhandle becomes stationary, eventually fades away in the next couple of days, and then the high pressure will bounce back to the north of us by the weekend. But for the time being, with a high to our south, we'll see the steady west wind, and that favors inland storms in the afternoon and evening like we're seeing today. We're already starting to see a little bit of that impact. You can see that shower activity scattered about near Arcadia, stretching up along State Road 17, and then some showers and storms north of that into Polk County, and Sebring has had some pretty heavy rainfall right now. Looks as though we are looking at a few showers along I-75 and through Hillsborough. Near Lakeland, a few isolated storms south of Lakeland, but not much at all going around near the coastline, and should stay pretty quiet too through this evening, although there is a 20% chance for an isolated shower to pop up here and there near the coast. 90 right now with a lack of storms around. It feels hot out there. 101 at the heat index. Winds out of the west-northwest at this point, and pretty much westerly winds up and down the coast from Anna Maria through Bradenton, Palmetto, Ellenton, stretching down south into Inglewood, Venice, Northport, all getting a west to southwesterly wind flow anywhere from 5 to 10 miles an hour. And as far as the forecast goes, Futurecast once again maybe a little overdone as far as this forecast model goes, and it is indicating 1 and 2 lone showers near the coast later on tonight. We'll have more on our weather forecast and tell you about that change back for the weekend coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. We're following new developments in the search for a missing college student in Iowa. Investigators say a first-degree murder charge was filed today against an undocumented immigrant in the case of missing jogger Molly Tibbetts. The suspect, 24-year-old Christian Rivera, lives in the rural area where the college student vanished a month ago. Now, a body recovered this morning in a farm field is believed to be Tibbetts, but the identity has not yet been confirmed. Investigators say the suspect led authorities to the body. We will continue to bring you the latest in this story as it becomes available.
The Colorado husband charged with killing his wife and 2 daughters back in court today. Court documents now revealing that Chris Watts says he told his wife, Shanann, that he wanted a separation. Later, he says he saw Bella sprawled out on her bed in blue and Shanann actively strangling his other daughter, Celeste. Chris says that caused him to go into a rage and ultimately strangled Shanann to death. The last known person to see his wife alive says Chris's version of events is impossible, saying that Shanann confided in her that Chris recently became standoffish.
He wasn't being the loving Chris that he normally was. He wasn't touching or hugging or doing stuff like that.
Court documents also say Watts was actively involved in an affair with a coworker. Watts did not enter a plea today. In addition to the murder charges, he also faces an unlawful termination of pregnancy charge as well.
Of the 5 major Democrats running for Florida governor, only one reflects the type of candidate that historically has been elected to lead the state. That's a white Christian man. If the Democratic nominee goes on to win in November, voters could elect the state's first woman or black governor, or only the second Jewish governor since Florida became a state in 1845. Former U.S. Representative Gwen Graham has used her gender as a selling point to voters, particularly on issues like abortion rights and sexual harassment. Tallahassee Mayor Andrew Gillum says it would be big if he were elected the state's first black governor. Former Miami Beach Mayor Philip Levine and billionaire Jeff Green would join David Schlott as Florida's only Jewish governors.
With the upcoming primaries and general election in November, many Suncoast leaders will vet a list of candidates locally asking for their vote. ABC 7's Alan Cohn joins us to explain why there's a push in the black community to increase voter turnout. Alan?
Jacqueline, the African American community is telling candidates, you want our vote, earn it. It doesn't matter if it's Republican or Democrat, the community wants to be heard and represented. We're organizing a series of debates that include local candidates from both parties, all in an effort to get answers to specific questions in the minority community.
The Democratic Party has taken us for granted. They automatically assume that every election that we're married together, and we are not.
Tonight on ABC 7 at 7, we'll hear from the man behind the effort here on the Suncoast. Scott, back to you.
All right, Alan, thank you so much. Sarasota County Sheriff Tom Knight presenting a check for $10,000 to Venice Middle School Young Marines. It's a youth education and service program that promotes the mental, moral, and physical development of its members. The money came from seized or recovered cash that went unclaimed, which can then be distributed to a qualifying charity. Sheriff Knight's donation to the program will support a trip next year for these students to travel to Normandy in commemoration of the 75th anniversary of World War II's D-Day.
Well, stay with us. We'll be right back with more news and weather.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with a family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, fishing, or biking and hiking. Or play the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy the flavors of the Black Belt. Book your adventure at our lodges or stay in the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
You want a Maserati, but you need an SUV. Why not have both? Levante, the Maserati of SUVs.
Experience it at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. TrueStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
And even if you're on a fixed income, prices fit your budget, starting at less than 32 cents a day. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease. And with no medical tests or health questions, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Call 1-800-842-7189 now for a free, no-obligation quote. TruStage offers plans to fit your budget. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage. Call 1-800-842-7189 now.
Did you know that a dirty CPAP system could make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, it would keep you up at night. Now, SoClean.com has released the world's first automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. With its patented design, SoClean is fast, effective, and hands-free, killing 99.9% of all CPAP germs and bacteria. Try SoClean now through this special TV offer, risk-free for 30 days. Just call 800-604-0398.
The SoClean works, and it's a really effective product, and I couldn't believe how easy it was to use.
SoClean works on all popular CPAP machines and masks, destroying CPAP germs and bacteria without the daily hassle of washing your system by hand. Just place your mask in, close the lid, and walk away. Voila! Sanitized and ready to use. Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. This is a limited-time offer. Call now, 800-604-0398, or visit SoClean.com today.
Now to an alert that will definitely make you want to sit up straight. ABC's Becky Worley has a new sitting technique that promises relief from back pain.
Most of us do it all day, sitting. And you may have heard the catchphrase, sitting is the new smoking. There's just one problem.
You can't really quit sitting like you can quit smoking.
Jen Shear is a teacher of a practice called Spinefulness. And while sitting less is a good idea, Jen says you can also sit better. She says, one, stop thinking about your posture.
Most people lift their chests. And do you feel what contracted to actually create that?
What is that, my delts?
Yeah, so back muscles basically. Everyone does the good posture thing and sits up straight. So when you sit up straight, how do you feel?
Like I have a rod jammed up my back, and my chest is out, my shoulders are back.
Your point, that's not sustainable. So bucking tradition, she says, throw the posture idea out. Instead, step 2, sit down differently.
You want to tip your torso, move the butt back, nice. And you want to feel that your hamstring is lengthening or stretching. Do you feel that?
Tight, right here.
Yeah. And then, as soon as you feel a hamstring stretch, then you want to sit. You can start sitting. Yeah, there you go. Nice.
This seems sustainable.
But the final tip, if you find yourself slumped or hunched, don't pull everything tight to get back in alignment. Stand up and start over again with the bend at the hips.
Resit, so that we're not overly contracting the low back muscles and creating new back pain.
7 First Alert Weather Forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
I was just practicing that. Anyway, here's what's happening as far as our high and low goes. Today, 91, just 1 degree above average. The low was right at it, too. And 97, the record set back in 1919. Again, not that hot because of that westerly wind kicked in a little sooner than unanticipated, but a little sooner than it has been as of late. And that's what we're going to see over the upcoming days, a little bit more west wind, which will, again, bring us that smell of the decaying fish due to the red tide on shore a little bit further inland each day. Now here's a look at the Vanways webcam showing pretty calm sea conditions out there today. Seas were running less than 2 feet and just a few fair weather cumulus clouds dancing around. Looks as though we'll see similar conditions again tomorrow. The sea state will stay calm. We're not looking at any big pressure pattern as far as the pressure gradient goes, so the winds will stay relatively light. We're talking 5 to 10 miles an hour. That's it. That's all we can muster up with these storms. Now, there is a cold front to the north of us now. It's moving through central portions of the southeast United States and into central Georgia. Big storms there. High pressure now pretty much over the top of us, drifting to the south. A few inland storms are still active at this hour. Not much going on near the coast. Some blow-off, some clouds around from the previous storms that were around earlier. We did have some action near I-75, Bee Ridge, and Clark Road just about 2 hours ago, but that has since moved on. Stronger cells along the east coast, and that's what we're going to see over the upcoming days. Bigger storms inland and along the east coast, although there will be a few coastal showers and storms in the morning. Most of the action later on in the day inland. It will stay warm too. It's going to be the warm west wind for the most part. Temperature of 82 degrees at 11 o'clock tonight. It'll feel more like 90 as a result of that higher humidity around at the surface. There's not a lot of dry air in place right now. It's well down to the southeast of us, and it's kind of bottled up behind that cold front now moving through the southeast United States. The day planner looks to be pretty good tomorrow. We'll see partly cloudy skies, a slight chance for a morning coastal shower, and then pretty much partly cloudy and hot tomorrow. High near 90 with a heat index up near about 100 to 103 in the afternoon. Right now it's 101. That's what it feels like out there anyway. If you factor in the humidity, which is at 63%, and winds are out of the west-northwest at 9. Well, nationally, this area of low pressure, which brought flooding problems and concerns into Wisconsin and also into Minnesota, has now moved well east, and it's into Michigan now and near Toronto. Some very heavy rainfall there. The associated cold front being driven all the way down into the southeast, and some rain as well out west into Arizona, New Mexico, and into Colorado. The monsoonal flow there is starting to take shape. A severe thunderstorm watch in effect for the nation's capital into parts of Pennsylvania tonight, all the way down into West Virginia. Some severe weather as well in North Georgia and out west. This area in gray that you see in Washington and Oregon, that's a air pollution advisory as a result of the smoke that's still in the air. Temperature comfortable, cool in Boston, 79 in Toronto, 76 in Columbus, and out west it's still hot, but not too terribly bad. 86 degrees in Reno. It's hot down in the southern plain states, where now it is 91 in Dallas and 97 in Houston. Well, for boaters tomorrow, winds, as I said, pretty light, 5 to 10 knots out there. And just a light chop on the waters. A 20% chance for a morning shower tomorrow. A little bit better chance for coastal morning showers on Thursday and Friday. We go back to the afternoon and evening variety of storms. Some of that rain could be heavy as more moisture comes back into play on Saturday and on Sunday. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Taking a look at your first alert traffic for the drive home, the roads are looking pretty clear this evening. Just some minor backups heading west on Clark Road, just past the I-75 interchange. Scott?
Well, Google has been hit with a lawsuit over claims it monitors the whereabouts of iPhone and Android users despite their location history settings being turned off. The lawsuit accuses the tech giant of violating the privacy of its users and cites a report last week that found the claims to be accurate. The plaintiff is seeking unspecified damages as well as class action status on behalf of all U.S. iPhone and Android users who turned off the location history feature with the belief it would grant them privacy.
Goldman Sachs is taking new measures to support its busy working mom employees. The investment banking giant will begin paying for nursing mothers to ship breast milk home when they're traveling out for business. Goldman is signing U.S. employees up for MilkShip, a service that allows moms to send breast milk overnight in a refrigerated shipping kit. That kit can be sent straight to an employee's hotel room anywhere in the world. Other companies are also using this program, including IBM, which started offering the program in 2015.
Walmart says it's no longer selling paint removal products long criticized by environmentalists as being toxic to humans. Even though the Environmental Protection Agency classifies the products as legal, Walmart says it will stop selling paint stripping products with certain chemicals suspected of toxicity. Walmart joins Lowe's, Home Depot, and Sherwin-Williams in taking that step. Walmart says all these products will be removed by February.
Well, stay with us. Entertainment news is coming up next.
If you think it's hot outside, just wait until you see even hotter savings inside. Only at Rugs As Art Hot Summer Savings Sale event will you find the lowest prices on a vast selection of stunning rugs, furniture accents, and accessories. This special event only happens once a year, so hurry in before the best selections are gone. The Hot Summer Savings event ends soon, so don't miss out on the best prices ever. Rugs As Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
If you don't want to fall immediately into love, look away. If you don't want to awaken a desire for excellence, look away. If you don't want to be seduced, please look away.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Are you a food lover, restaurant goer, or home cook? Then check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, and helpful step-by-step videos. And you'll love the restaurant guide with direct links to your favorite Suncoast eateries. Whether you're cooking in or dining out, whet your appetite with tasty tips from Chef Judy at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Another pair of satisfied emotions. Looks to me like elation and maybe some amazement. It's part of the Honda Summer Spectacular event experience. You could say satisfaction comes standard here, just like the Honda Accord comes standard with a luxurious, roomy interior. All at the Honda Summer Spectacular event.
We see it all the time.
Visit your local Honda dealer and test drive the Honda Accord, 2018's North American Car of the Year.
Every day, we take steps to keep the people we love safe, but some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
About every 3 minutes in America, someone is diagnosed with a blood cancer. Light the Night brings together survivors and supporters to bring light to the darkness of cancer and to help fund life-saving research. Our goal is a world without blood cancers, and we're lighting the path to cures. The discoveries made in blood cancer research have led to breakthrough treatments for many cancers and other serious diseases. Help defeat the darkness of cancer. Join Light the Night today.
In entertainment news, the MTV Video Music Awards. It was a big night for some of the biggest stars in music.
Video Vanguard recipient Jennifer Lopez stole the show. Take a look. Well, she may be just 49 years old, but Jenny from the Block put on a heart-stopping 15-minute performance of her greatest hits last night, thanking her kids and her fiancé as she received the show's highest honor.
Rapper Logic shared the stage with immigrants wearing "We Are All Human Beings" t-shirts. Hundreds of families were separated on stage by a human-made wall, and when that wall fell, children rushed to rejoin their parents.
And the queen of MTV, Madonna, took the stage to pay tribute to Aretha Franklin, but found herself facing some intense heat from some on social media who said that Madonna made that tribute all about her.
And MTV announced the reboot of the hit reality show The Hills after some of the original cast reunited on the red carpet. The Hills' New Beginnings will follow the personal and professional lives of the original cast members alongside their children and friends, and will premiere sometime next year.
Well, musicians Post Malone and Andrew Watt were both on board a Gulfstream jet that made an emergency landing just over an hour ago. That jet took off from New Jersey's Teterboro Airport and was originally bound for the UK, but that plane was diverted after it blew 2 tires upon takeoff. That plane did land smoothly, although the left tires were clearly deflated. Soon after, Malone and his entourage were spotted speaking to first responders back on the ground.
Katy Perry's legal team is asking a judge to keep the singer's testimony sealed in the Kesha Dr. Luke ongoing legal battle. Dr. Luke has claimed that Kesha, am I saying that right, lied in a text message to Lady Gaga that he raped Perry in an effort to boost her own sexual assault claims. Perry's attorneys say the singer testified that the understanding that her remarks would not be made public. Her attorneys filed the emergency sealing motion yesterday after learning a judge may release that transcript.
You asked me to come, I'm here. What's up?
Well, Drake made the day of a young patient and superfan yesterday at the Lurie Children's Hospital in Chicago. 11-year-old Sophia Sanchez awaiting a heart transplant and had a wish to meet the rapper. Sophia recently performed the Kiki Dance Challenge in a wheelchair, hoping to get the singer's attention. Drake, who was in Chicago for a show, decided to surprise Sanchez in her hospital room. The two chatted about Justin Bieber, basketball, and dogs while taking selfies. So clearly her Kiki Dance Challenge paid off.
Oh,
was
that's
able to
awesome.
come.
Yeah, made her day and week and month.
There we
more.
go. That's
Yeah.
exciting.
We'll be right back with more news.